Right then, urban exploring time, and this time we've got this old 70s looking office building. Let's go inside, and even though everything's been taken out and it's now empty, it's still very pristine looking. In fact, it's still in very good condition despite the fact it's due for demolition. This building is not trashed because I don't film trash buildings because they're not good enough for my channel. I'm only interested in exploring buildings which are still fairly untouched inside, like this one, so let's go and explore it. This building has got active security on site. While exploring this building, we have to keep track of security's location and avoid him. So let's take a look out a window and check up on what security's doing. Security is cleaning his car. He seems like he'll be busy doing that for quite a while, so we don't need to worry about him catching us for a bit. So let's go on exploring the building. And along we go to the first set of lifts. There are 5 sets of lifts in this building. All of the lifts here are old express lifts which have been modernised by generic. As well as the lifts, there's some very interesting old 70s looking staircases. And taking a look at a lift, you can see the mechanism for its door has been changed multiple times, and the position of where the key goes into unlock has changed many times. On top of the lift, this is what it looks like. It's got an old looking chassis, but everything else on it looks like it's been upgraded. And let's take a look inside the lift. The floor numbering is letters and counts backwards, with the lowest floor being floor F and it counts up to the top floor being floor A. I think originally this building actually had regular floor numbering, but for some reason on the mod they decided to change it to letters. But it's very weird that the letters are backwards. How can A be the top floor and F be the lowest floor? That's just weird. And if we take a look at the doors, even though the doors themselves are old, the mechanism is new. And let's take a look in the other one of the 2 lifts. And let's go up to the motor room. The logic has been replaced with cube logic, a very bizarre and very strange lift logic. And even though the logic actually looks quite shiny and posh, it functions no better than a Leicester control, so this is a very basic 2-speed blind VF logic. And now, as there's no power going to any of the motor rooms, we can't switch the lifts on, but I can still make the lifts move on their last ever journey using gravity.
Okay. What?
I'm keeping it slow so it doesn't make too much noise, guys. There you go, switch top now. Switch to top. And now we go out onto the roof of this building. Let's do a leg dangle. And now we walk across to the next motor room. All of the motor rooms here are pretty similar. Again, it's got cube logic. I still find this cube logic very strange. They make a logic cabinet and the logic looks so posh, yet it functions as bad as a stupid old-fashioned blind Leicester. Such a weird logic. On this one, the motor's been replaced. Let's now make this lift move by gravity. And this motor seems to be in a lot better condition than the others. And let's take a look inside of this lift. And let's take a look on top of this lift. Right then, let's check up on what security is doing. Security has finished cleaning his car and he's now gone inside. But luckily he's not patrolling, he's just sitting at his reception desk. And now let's go and explore the canteen area of this office building. And let's go into the kitchen. So then we carry on exploring this office building. So then we now go to the next set of lifts. As this building is on a slope, it's got staggered floors, and at this end of the building it's actually one floor taller than where we were previously. But the top floor in the other part of the building was floor A, yet the building goes one floor higher. What's the top floor going to be called in this part of the building? Well, let's look inside the lift and find out. So it counts up with the lowest floor being floor E, all the way up to floor A, then a blank floor. The top floor of this lift is higher than floor A and it's got no name. That is weird. Let's go into the motor room. Again, it's got the same logic as all of the other lifts. Let's now run this lift by gravity. And this time while running lift by gravity, let's get another view of what is going on.
Oh, hello. Oh.
So then, we check up what security's doing, and security is currently not at his security desk. So, it's time to do something risky. Let's go and explore the reception desk which security uses as his security desk. Security could come back here at any moment. This is very risky. Let's go and have a look around where security sits while he's patrolling. So then, we now leave security's desks and we now go along to various electronic rooms in this building. This here is a telephone exchange. And now along to the generator room. And now along to the caretaker's room, where there is floor plans of a building.
Snooker room there, look.
Snooker table, they've drawn a very accurate representation of it. For the lifts, they haven't even bothered to put in the counterweight. And now go along to a part of the building where there's still electricity on. Let's take a look around and along to the computer server room.
Look at a capacitor, you would not want to touch that, even if it's not been used for years. It could have so much charge in that. That is massive. I've never seen capacitor banks so big before. Oh, that is nasty. That is really nasty.
And now we go to a very weird lift. This lift is a double dumbwaiter and it runs on a weird chain setup where one dumbwaiter goes down as the other one goes up. I've never seen a lift like this before. And let's take a look at the logic. And it's got a generic telemechanic PLC logic. I've never seen this particular PLC used for lifts before. But hey, this lift's not for passengers, so I guess there's no regulation. They can use whatever they want to run this lift. And now, we now leave this office building and go to the shooting range next door. It's very random. The part of the building which is the office building is this like your regular office style building. Then attached to it is a shooting range. It's bizarre. Let's go and explore it.
Shooting her. Oh my, there's little bullet marks. Oh, I feel like I'm in a war zone. Fucking hell, it's like a war zone. Wow, that's a big tyre.
Good idea,